Hello everyone, this is a quick training on how to use Flipgrid. So what you want to do is pull up a search engine, whether that's Google or Safari or Firefox, whatever you use. Type in Flipgrid and you will see that you get to flipgrid.com. So you want to go ahead and create your own account. And so this is kind of an educator website. Educators use this with your students. And so specifically in this setting, that's what you want to be doing as well. So you want to go ahead and sign up, and you click the sign up button. It will prompt you, depending on what your kind of email service is, to either sign up with Google or sign up with Microsoft, depending on whatever system you have. I happen to use Google, so I go ahead and sign up with Google. So I have already done this, and so I won't be able to walk you fully through what it prompts you to do next. But essentially, you will click what Google account you want. And then once you click that account, it will lead you to a prompt screen that will just ask for your information. They'll ask to make sure that you're over 18, which you want to indicate that you are. And then it should be pretty quick in terms of getting you into your account in that way. So as you notice, I will do that and it will already take me to the Flipgrid that I've created. And so what you will see here is just an opportunity then to as they put here, to add a grid. And so what you want to do is go ahead and click that. You want to name your grid. And so in this case, we're going to call our grid, Hear Him, and just leave it at that, right? You want to select the grid type. Really, any of these matter, but again, students join this way, or you create a list of students, or you just share a public grid. I would say in this case, just to be safe, you want to make this a public grid. You could do, students join using Microsoft or Google School email, but you would have to then put in all their emails. You could create a list of students and, IDs. Again, these are things you could do. I just think it's easier if you just do it publicly. So if I click this, you'll see that this is the code that I'm going to have, and they'll prompt me to do that later. You could add a password if you want. So I could click this and just say the password, type something in. And so that way it is a little bit more, I guess, secure for your group. So you can put that in if you want. In this case, I'll just choose to not have a password. I go ahead and click next. And so now my grid is ready. So this is what you're going to want to share with your group, is this link right here, right? And really they don't need the beginning part because it'll just be a code. So like if I go back, I'm going to just go up here and I I'm going to click Flipgrid. And I go here, you'll notice that it says enter a flip code. And so if I click that, that would be the code that I put in, is this space right here, right? And so now I go to my grid and I have something here. Now, when people get into the grid, so for example, I have that riddle 2341 here. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. They'll let me. Let's just do copy. Okay. And so if I enter this flip code and do, oh, it's not letting me enter that. So riddle 2341. Come on. 2341. Oop. 1. And you notice it'll take me right here. So this is what your participants will see, right? And so they can go ahead and record a response. They'll click this. Then they'll have to log themselves in. But essentially, like, that's what will happen there, right? And so on your end, you want to go ahead and create that grid. So in this case, your grid is called Hear Him. Your grid could just be whatever you want to call it, but you want to create this topic of Hear Him. So your topic title is going to be Hear Him. You can add the question, record your testimony of how you hear the Spirit, or hear the voice of the Lord. You can make recording time as short as 15 seconds or up to 10 minutes. I would say, honestly, for a youth, if you can give them maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops, but something like that. And so they have all these options, and then you just create this topic. So I'm now revising my thinking. This is actually the code that you want to take them to. You can give them the code to go to your grid, but this is the code that will take them to the exact topic you want them to record in. And so you're all set there, and this is where they're at, and they can start recording responses. And so once they start recording responses to this, you'll notice that their name will pop up, their video will pop up. and an opportunity for you to respond to those videos. So essentially, in a nutshell, I'm going to review because I know I was a little bit fuzzy on all of this. You'll go here, you'll sign up, you'll create your account. It will create a grid for you. Once you're in that grid, this is from the student side, sorry. Once you're in that grid, let me go back. This will be your grid. You'll have a topic that you can create. And once you get into this topic, you'll have responses where people, or your youth, excuse me, and your families can record their testimonies of how they hear him and where you can interact with them as they share those testimonies. So I hope this video was instructive and helpful. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out.